Today I'm going to show you how I created this DIY sheer canopy using hangers. The hangers I'm using are clear plastic disposable hangers that came with the items of clothing I've purchased. With my wire cutters, I simply cut off the hook of the hanger and also the bottom extra piece of plastic on the hanger. I repeated this process 5 times as I used 5 hangers to create the circle for the canopy. This next step, I hot glued the ends of the hangers overlapping each other. I made sure to put a generous amount of hot glue to bond the hangers together. Once I glued the hangers together, I proceeded to tape the ends together as well. This is to ensure that the hangers are very well bonded. Ideally, I would have liked to have used clear tape, but masking tape was all I had available at the time. I repeated this process with 4 of the hangers, and on the 5th hanger, I only did this to one end. And this is how it looked so far. I purchased 2 84-inch sheer curtains from Walmart for about $5 each. I proceeded to put the hangers like a curtain rod through the wide opening of the sheer curtains. Once the hangers were in both of the curtains and the curtains were spaced evenly, I glued and taped the last of the hangers together. I made sure to apply pressure when I glued the hangers together to make sure that they did not come apart. I also did not have my scissors handy and I fumbled a bit with the tape. Once the tape was completely done, I went ahead and then spread my curtains evenly, making sure that the tape was covered. I did this because I did not want the tape to be shown when completed. Next, I took some crafting wire I purchased at the Dollar Tree for about $1, and I cut them into about 11 pieces at 3 to 4 inches long. I was going to cut more pieces, but I was in a rush. I used the wire pieces to make rings around the hangers. The rings were evenly distributed around the entire circle of the hangers. This was probably the toughest part because I had to puncture holes through the curtains and make sure the rings were around the hangers as well. I made the rings by bending the wire into a circle and twisting the slack on the opposite side. My next step was to take yarn, the closest color I could find that matched the curtain, and measured about a yard. I cut the yarn and repeated the process 11 times as well. I then folded my yarn in half and tied the 2 ends to the ring. I repeated this 11 times. And this is what it looks like so far. My next step was to take 3 pieces of yarn and braid them together. Once my braid was complete, I tied the end of the braid. I took my braided yarn and looped it through the 11 pieces of yarn, then tied the braided yarn together. This braided yarn then becomes a ring that holds the canopy together. I did not need to buy a hook at my local hardware store because I already had one on my ceiling. I hung the canopy up and made sure that the strings were all even. This is what it looks like put together over my princess's bed. This project cost me only $10 as the curtains were the only thing I needed to purchase. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you'd like to see more DIYs, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.